I want you to imagine making $600 per hour with Google search. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, here are some folks that I know that are doing the exact same thing. See, one of my students actually took this method that I'm about to share with you. He made it really his own. Then he came back and posted it on Facebook. Yes, so that this method took him only about 1 hour and made him $600. His message was, and I quote, "It feels like we just stole money." Guys, this guy is not an influencer. He doesn't have any kind of fancy gear or anything like that, and it made him $600 in 1 hour. If you do this method twice a day, that'll be $1,200 every single day. And if you do it every day for a month, that's around $36,000 per month. All you need is just a smartphone and a specific app that I'm going to show you how to download. This make this gig an amazing one for just about everybody, because it's just about everybody that has a smartphone in their pocket. Now, the technology that we carry around in our pockets every single day is more powerful than just, some of the most powerful computers, that we had just a few years ago. And that's exactly where you come in. In just 5 easy steps, I am going to show you how you can tap into a very lucrative market. And when I say easy steps, I mean these are steps that anybody can take, even if they have no technical experience or background in this at all. Now, where we are going to start, just like the title of this video says, is a simple Google search. You are going to go to Google, type in an exact string of words that I'm about to show you. You can actually just copy and paste it directly out of the description of this video, so you don't have to type it all out. Here is the code, and then you enter the word restaurant. Then you are going to put in this long string of code again. Then you can just copy it directly out of the description below, so you don't have to type it in. Basically, when you search Google with this special code, it is going to bring up a list of restaurants that are specific, showing their email addresses online. And you can see they all have their email listed right here publicly for you to see. Then what we're going to do is to highlight this entire thing right away, copy it. Then we are going to go over to ChatGPT and we are going to type in the following prompt. Format the data below into a table with this column. So you have full name, company name, website URL, email, and phone number. Then right click and paste that right in there. You can see this information is going to look like an absolute mess, but ChatGPT is going to make it all nice and formatted for us. So when we click go, you see right here it has formatted it into a nice little table for us. You can actually just copy this entire thing and paste it into Google Sheets or Excel, so you can keep it for later. Next thing is what we're going to do. Next thing we're going to do is to take a look at these restaurants and see if any of them have a virtual tour. And I just brought up this one here, and you can see if you just click on here, see photos, then scroll all the way to the right where it says street view and 360 degrees. You want to look right here and see if there is a virtual tour listed. Yes, that shows the inside of the restaurant, and you can see the only view here that they have is of the outside of outside the restaurants, which probably just comes from Google Maps Street View. Now, the next thing you want to do is to download this specific app onto your smartphone. Now, this is an app for Android, but if you have an iPhone, just leave me a comment. Guys, there is an app that you can use for iPhone as well, which is also free, and I'll post that in the comments for you guys. I'll put it in the description. We've actually spent a lot of time testing different ones, and this one really works very well. Now, you might want to say, what am I going to do once I get this app installed? Now, you are going to contact these restaurants. Remember, we all got the email addresses here from ChatGPT that's formatted it for us very nicely, and then send them an email telling them that you want to offer to create for them a free online virtual tour that they can upload online to show people who are interested in their restaurants. You might say, okay, how am I going to make money if I'm offering this thing for free? Now, I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. So first of all, I want you to remember that this sounds much more like a complicated, task than it actually is. Don't worry. I am going to show you a step-by-step guide on how to use the app. It is super simple to use, and remember, my students say it only took him 1 hour to do this. Yes, so now I don't get paid any money for recommending this specific app, just so you know. It's just that we've tested a lot of apps and this one actually works. and I'm not being sponsored by 360 Photosphere app or anything like that. So yes, guys, let's get back to our virtual tour tutorial. So what I would encourage you to do is to go out to any restaurant near you, not even a restaurant where you email them, and just try out, the app so that you can get the hang of it. Now, let me just show you really quick how to use this app. All you need to do is open the app on your smartphone. Once it's open, it's going to bring you a little viewfinder, like you're seeing right here. Then you just rotate around in a circle, and every time you see a green dot, you line up the little circle with the green dot, and it will automatically take that photo. And as you can see, it is going to go all the way around in a circle, and it is going to take a photo of the entire area. It is going to connect all of these photos together to create a virtual tour experience that allows people to see what it looks like inside the restaurant just from their phone or their computer. Now, once you are done taking all the photos, you are going to go over to Google Maps and find the specific restaurant where you actually took these photos. Then click on it, then tap on contribute on the bottom of your screen and select virtual tour image that you just created with your phone. And it might ask you some other questions here. You're just going to click on the specific place where the virtual tour was taken, and then boom, you will have uploaded this virtual tour to this restaurant's Google Maps listing. Now, let me address something really important here. You might be nervous about, going to a restaurant to approach people, approach the owner about a virtual tour, but remember, you are not selling them anything here. You're literally just offering them a free virtual tour that you are going to upload for free to their own Google Maps listing. This takes off, the pressure off you. You don't have to sell anything. And I'm going to show you how you actually make money in this, you're doing this in just a second. The other thing to remember is that this restaurant's owner doesn't have a virtual tour already. They probably don't even know anything about how to create one with their smartphone. All they do is probably just serve meals. Not only that, but restaurant owners really rely on having nice photos on their Google Map listings in order to draw people to actually come and visit the restaurants. So they are going to welcome you and come and create a virtual tour for them, especially since you're doing it for free. Now, after you've got this all uploaded to Google Maps, the next step is to wait for about a week, because these virtual tours get a ton of views from Google Maps. And here is an example of one of the outside of a Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC. This one particularly got 11,000 views just from being uploaded to Google Maps. But you don't even have to wait for it to get 11,000 views. All you need to do is wait for it to get to maybe around 800 views or 1,000 views, which again is not going to take very much time. Then once it gets up to 1,000 views, you are going to send the restaurant owner an email saying, hey, I don't know if you remember, but I visited your restaurant and I created this virtual tour for you 100% for free. And I can see it has gotten around 1,000 views so far from people who are interested in your restaurant. If you would like to license it from me long term for $600, I can leave it up there on your Google Maps listing for as long as you want. And if you don't like the virtual tour, you're not interested in it, don't worry, we can remove it right away. That's kind of like the short version of the email you are going to send, and I actually have it like a full email template, and I'll give it to you for free, and you can send it to these restaurant owners. All you have to do is click on the link in the description of this video. It's going to take you to a page that looks something like this, and then we will email you a free one, yes, that shows you even more ways to make money with Google Maps. So all you have to do is reply to that email and say, hey, could you send me the virtual tour email templates? I will put it in the description so that you don't have to bug my email. Because here is the key: when you send them the email, you're not just selling them a virtual tour, you are showing them proven results. They have already seen that 1,000 potential customers saw this virtual tour. When you present it to them this way, the $600 fee doesn't seem like much, and it's actually a bargain compared to what it would cost for someone to actually come in with a bunch of professional equipment like a tripod and everything and do a full-scale virtual tour by a professional photographer. That's a lot more money, and you're proving to them that this virtual tour that you created for them actually works, and they are going to have a hard time saying, no, I don't want thousands of people to know how great my business is. That's not possible. They won't say that. Now, one of the keys to getting restaurants to say yes to this is to make sure that when you go through the original list, where you got the Google search and ChatGPT, that you're focusing on restaurants that don't have a lot of photos at all on Google Maps. It also helps if they have some good reviews, then we know that customers like them, but they are not really showcasing their restaurants very effectively online. And guys, just so you know, another trick is that once you've got some of these virtual tours under your belt, start asking them for testimonials. Start asking for testimonials. You can include these testimonials in your own emails. When restaurant owners see that other restaurants have already gotten virtual tours from you and they loved them, they will very much, be more likely to say yes. Now, I know that I said earlier that you're actually licensing these virtual tours to business owners because it's actually your intellectual property. Yes, since you made the virtual tour. Now, that might sound, intimidating to you, the word licensing. It's yours, but I actually have a full contract that, yes, you can have this restaurant sign that, outlines all the legal terms of the licensing agreement. I'm not a lawyer. This is not, an official legal advice, but if you'd like to use this contract, again, all you have to do is click in the link in my description, enter your name, your email, and we are going to send you the Google Maps free class. When you reply, just say, hey, I'd like to, a copy of the licensing contract and all of that. And if it is not, if it is not available, I'll also let you know as well. So yes, you can actually start to make money. You can see how I built the sequence from the very beginning, going to offer free tour of restaurants for, restaurants that are local to you. And then when you give them, if just give them a tip, just a sneak peek of what, the value that you're offering for them or to them, then they will be more hooked. They want to get it up and running, and then you can license it to them every 6 months. That will generate you consistent income. Like once every 6 months they pay you X amount of money, so twice every year they pay, and they continue to pay you in perpetuity. So make sure that you have the right contracts ready. And like I said before in this video, if you're even interested in making more ways with Google Maps, I really encourage you to, click on the description, link in the description in this video. And that is it, guys. If this video has blessed you, you know how we do it. Click on the subscribe button, like this video, and do well to share with your friends. And if you're new here, please introduce yourselves in the comments. I'd like to know you and I'd like to meet you. Where in the world are you tuning in from? And yes, till I see you guys in my next video, keep winning and keep sparkling. Take care and bye for now. Love you.